God bless. Morning, friends and folks. Today is April 5th, 2023. So with no further ado, let's dive right into today's lesson and get some breakfast for our spirit man, and for you ladies, for your spirit woman, the tablet of your heart, where God resides as a high priest. Today, this is called a pageantry of need. We have a scripture from Psalm 16:5 and 4. Blessed are those who choose and bring near to live in your courts. We are filled with the good things of your house. Talking about none other than the Lord and the kingdom of heaven, of course. And we have a scripture from William J.C. White. You never pray with greater power than when you plead the promises of God. You never pray with greater power than when you plead the promises of God. Makes sense to me. It says, knock and ask. Whatever you ask for, you will receive, but only if you ask for the right things. That's what I think. So here it is in word. Imagine a homeless man pushing his grocery cart on the sidewalk in front of an open-air buffet restaurant. Hungry for a meal, just one good meal. He stumbles back and forth. People sit at sidewalk tables, feasting on a lavish spread of the finest foods. Imagine a sign in front of the restaurant reading, free buffet, all you can eat. Everyone welcome. Still the man wanders on the sidewalk. Everything he needs for the moment is offered, but he won't sit down. Perhaps he doesn't understand the sign, doesn't believe it applies to him, or feels like he's too dirty to fit in. Perhaps he just doesn't want to leave his empty bottles outside in his cart, regardless of the reason he hungers while others eat. That's how many believers approach God's promises. Wow. We loiter in front of His Word, but we don't understand it. Don't believe it applies to us, or think we're too dirty to fit in. Often we don't let go of the trash we're hoarding, regardless of the reason we hunger while others eat. The banquet of God waits for us, but we can't relate to it. So we don't even ask. We don't go sit down. We take some sort of perverse pride in our homelessness, mistaking our poverty for true spirituality. We think we're much less pretentious than those who are feasting. We just don't get it. The buffet is for us. God's promises are lavished upon us with His own Son as the guarantee. Indeed, the conclusion. Blessed are those who accept God's promises like children, who are too innocent to ask questions or to be suspicious of His extravagance, while homeless people parade in front of His storehouse, clutching their carts. Those who simply take Him at His word avoid the absurdity of the picture. They understand. We have a God of enormous abundance, and we are a people of enormous need. It's a simple relationship. He invites us to display our poverties before Him so He can show the world His mercies. What prevents us from receiving His bounty with open arms? Wow. That's something else. I didn't really know where they were going in the beginning of this. Seeing this homeless person in front of this restaurant that is ready to serve all, and it was free buffet for the day. That's a good way to relate to the word. I was like this homeless person until January 5th, 2008, when I was broke right over here in this county jail. Thought I was going to have to go to prison, but I got on my knees and cried. I didn't want to be a drunk no more. And I thought it was going to be over between me and my wife, or me and my girlfriend, and I was hoping to be my wife. But I remember pleading on my knees, Lord, I don't want to be a drunk no more. I want to be a better dad to my baby. Not that I was a bad dad, but when it was nighttime, it was time to drink, time to smoke, and there was a few nights I didn't do that with Mariah, but she's now 16, and I told her these things. But I remember I asked the Lord, give me a consistent job and give me something to do, Lord. Now, I carry that cross over in Anadarko. I don't get to do it as much as I'd like to. I live here in Lawton. I have to drive 45 miles over there to do that, and that was something to do. I ended up being a minister. I washed off full gospel and even a deacon until our church was no more in 2017. But I know the responsibilities of a deacon, and I'm still good with money. When people are at a service and they need someone to count money, I can count money and I can disperse it. I'm not going to put nothing in my pocket. I'm going to disperse it. But a deacon is more than just taking care of money. You have to live your life in a way pleasing to the Lord. You have to be good to your wife. You can't drink, you can't be a drunk, and you can't do all kinds of other things as well. But I'll never forget January 5th when I'm about on the floor and the tears fell from my eyes. Everything that I asked for, the Lord gave me. And right here, I'm working with the man here, Virgil Todd, my partner Black Dynamite as I call him. I've been at this job. I've never had a job, y'all, over 3 years, and I've been here since June of 2009. That's almost 14 years, isn't it? Yeah, I'm kind of dumb when it comes to math. Never was my strong suit. History was. But there it is, man. A pageantry of need. You know, don't be as a person that's standing outside the good promises of the Most High God. Man, stand in it. Ever since I've been in it, I've been nothing but blessed. Even, you know, my wife, she ain't even here no more, but I'm still blessed and she will want me to have joy. Still cry for her, y'all. Of course I do, because that's it. The door to my heart is closed for another companion, but I'm happy because I know where she went. Someday I'll join her, because I'm no longer the homeless one sitting outside the gates of heaven. I'm right there. Just I have to get out of this flesh. Until then, be blessed in your own journey.